Hello, this is Sean Mullery from Electronic Engineering at IT Sligo, and what I'm going to cover in this lesson is how to take an input from a file. We're going to start with a text file, and in the next lesson I'll show you taking something in from a .csv file, but they're quite similar in the way they work. So I'm going to call this one sentence and text.txt. And what I'm going to do in this file, just to show you that it's not just taking information in, we're going to actually do something with it, is I'm going to count the number of times the letter A appears in the sentence from the file. So I'm going to call this num A. I'm going to use small a. Normally I'd use a capital A there, but I want to, because I'm actually testing how many small a's I'm going to find in it, I'm leaving it as a small a. I'm going to take it into a character array. Now this isn't strictly necessary because I could just take the information straight in and test it, but if I wanted to store it to do different operations on it, several different operations, then I would have to take it into an array in order to do it, or otherwise I'd have to continually keep taking it in from the file. What I'm doing here, I'm making an array of 21 just for null terminating characters. Now the chances are the null terminating character won't come in because I'm just going to take it in letter by letter, but I'll just leave it there at that, but I could get away with that being 20. It's just if I wanted to print it all out as one go, it'd be generally better leave it there. And what I'm going to do is in my for loop, now my for loop is going to run from 1 to n, n being 20. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an fscanf. So you see again that it's similar functions that you're used to, except for the fact that they have an f written in front of them, and the first argument must be the pointer to the file that you're taking. I'm going to take this in a character at a time, %c, and nothing in between them. For these scanfs, they're all right beside each other, and I'm going to put that into the array in each of the different spots that I have. So starting at position 0 and moving up the way. Okay, so that in itself should take all of the information in. To put it in the array, now I'm not actually going to do much with, I'll print out that array later, but other than that, not going to do much. I'm going to use the same for loop, even though I could use a separate one, to count the number of occurrences. So if array I is equal to A, what I'm going to do is at that point is I'm going to say num A plus plus to increment the number of those times that has occurred. What I'll do down here is I'll do a standard printf just to print out some information about this. Okay. And printf %d a's that's trouble with writing a like that. This is grammatically incorrect because well, nothing's belonging to A, but at the same time I have to have some way of separating it, otherwise it just says as in the text. So forgive my poor grammar there if you're a grammar bully. And of course we close off the file and put the file pointer to 0. We do all of that as well. So we'll take a run at this now. Immediately we're going to run into a problem because this file doesn't actually exist. And one of the other things I meant to change, and I don't think I did, is that we're opening this for reading only. We don't want to write to it. So we just put an OR in there. Now you can put it for reading and writing by putting ORW in that section. But I just want to read from it. The thing is, it doesn't actually exist yet, so well, that's not the error that we're having here. Yeah. Fair point. Okay, the file couldn't be opened for some reason, and the reason is it doesn't exist. So I'm going to create it now by creating a text file. Now I'm trying to remember, how do I create a text file on this particular device? I need to find my if I have a text editor. This is much easier on older machines rather than Windows 8 machines, and I don't see it there. I'm just going to pause while I'm going to look for that. It was much easier on the college machine. So I think I've found it. If I just right mouse click and go down to new, I can hit text document, and we'll give this a name, sentence, and what I want to do is I want to put that into the same directory as we took everything else from, and we'll open that and we'll say now you'll probably notice from that there's actually more than 20 letters in it, but that's fine. Okay, now hopefully that's saved as a .txt file, although I don't see it on it, so we'll see if it opens, and if not we can save it explicitly as a .txt. So this has come out with the string is hello, my name is and that's as far as it got. The SEA, it didn't get any further because that's a full 20 letters. If we look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's as far as it got with taking it in, because that's where I stopped it. And there are 2 A's in it, okay, which we can see there. We can see there's an A there and an A there. So it counted those as well. Okay, so that's taking information in from a file and making some decisions based on it. Okay, and of course you can of course put information back out to a file as well, and I'll get you to do that in some of the exercises.